Something a little different for this Go To Grandma segment. Kathy Buckworth is taking us through a new trend, baby showers for grandparents.
For grandparents, and it is a big trend in the U.S. It's coming to Canada as well. There's a good reason for it. I mean, we might think, oh, let's just pull out the old lead paint crib, you know, and let the grandbabies go and have all these toys when they're young. They're not safe anymore, and they're really not what parents today want to see their kids using and doing.
And they don't want to be carting, if you're going to be babysitting, they don't want to be carting all of their stuff over to your house. It's just easier if you've got it.
Exactly. And why the shower? Because this stuff can be expensive, right? You're buying all new stuff. Just like a new parent, you're a new grandparent, you need this stuff as well.
Do you invite people to your own baby shower?
No, somebody has to throw. Yeah, I guess your friends would throw it for you. I could though, right? Because I haven't had one yet, and I have 3 grandkids. Anyway, so I'm going to start at the beginning. I'm going to start with bathing them. That's one of the great things when you're a grandparent. It's lovely giving kids baths. Look at this contraption. Doesn't that look kind of scary? This is something, but you need the safety things in the tub. This attaches to the side of the tub in the back.
Oh, so it's not going to flip over.
Exactly. So you want to make sure you have appropriate safety things in place. My mom used to put us in a laundry basket inside the tub. That's not going to work anymore.
We didn't even have that.
You didn't even have. They just throw you in the kitchen sink, right? And we don't do that anymore. But I also wanted to point out that you don't have to throw out literally the baby with the bath water. I wanted to talk about Johnson's Baby Products. This is their bedtime collection, and it's been around for 125 years, and that's longer than me. And it's got all longer than me. And honestly, what parents today want to know about too is what's in this stuff, right? So what I love about these products is they have an ingredient transparency chart on their site at johnson.ca. You can see everything that's in it.
Okay.
It's got calming stuff to help them go to sleep.
I actually use the bubble bath myself.
I love it. It's so good. Yeah. And so we're going to do is move from that to getting them to go to sleep. You give them a bath, you get them to go to sleep. The crib is a whole other minefield, I want to say, because in the past we had bumper pads, we had mobiles, we had pillows, we had sheets. All gone.
Yes.
Really, all there is a sheet at the bottom, and what they're using, and this has been in use for a while. Just pull this one out here. This is. Oh
no! I'm not going to touch this because glitter is everywhere.
Glitter's everywhere. This is a sleep sack. So literally, it's like an armless sort of sleeping bag that you put babies in. That's all they need. Keeps them warm. They don't get tangled up. And kids, a lot of kids wear these till 4, 5. Like I'm not kidding.
Okay, and that's why they're so long, right?
They're so long, so their feet can go in them. This is called a sleep sack. Another thing that's
I need those for a nap.
I know. Another thing we used to do was put black garbage bags on the windows to get that total blackout feel.
Okay.
What I'm showing here now, and hopefully they'll pop up the picture of it, it's called a slumber pod or a slumber tent. There's many different brands. It literally is like a tent that goes over your crib or your playpen. Total blackout. You zip baby in, you put them in and out, and it's also got space for actually a little baby monitor inside, so you can still monitor from the inside of the tent.
All right, we don't have a photo, but use your imagination.
Use your imagination.
Here,
a tent that goes
shut your eyes.
Exactly.
That's what it looks like inside.
Exactly. And then getting baby to and from grandma's house, of course, can be a little scary. So car seats expire, and that's so the one that you had when your kid was, 30 years ago, it's not going to cut it anymore. You need to make sure you have one that's up to date. So don't just pick one up at a garage sale.
Right.
Make sure it's new. Transport Canada has all the regulations around them, including the fact that they sit actually rear-facing for a lot longer now. So you want to make sure they're going to fit in it from infancy till about 4. My 4-year-old grandson still sits rear-facing, which is something that we didn't do before. So you want to make sure they have the leg room and the space in the car seat. We also, with these winter months, you want to make sure that you're not putting them in snowsuits inside the car seat.
Right,
because they can really overheat.
Yes.
And they can also, it's not as tight, the belts on them are not as tight with it, so they can easily
So they could slip out.
Exactly, right.
So many
that's
things
changed as well.
It's like, how did we survive?
How did we survive? But it's also important to take this into account because parents today really are taking, we took great care of our kids too with the technology and the products that
with what people knew.
With what they knew. And now there are apps to monitor their sleep. There are apps to monitor what they're eating. It's all taking care of the child, and that's what we want to do. My main point always with my podcast and talking about grandparenting is supporting the parents. That is the number one thing you want to protect besides the safety of your grandkids is your relationship with your kids.
Right, because that's and you don't want to, oh, okay, sorry mom, we can't bring them over because you don't have, and then you can, I do have,
I do
right?
have the newest toys.
Yes.
And toys as well. There's a lot of safety things around toys as well. You want to make sure you're not giving them toys.
That's stuff that you probably had for your kids.
Just check it out and make sure it's still safe, and don't assume that you have all the equipment already. And make sure that if you are the parent, that your parents, if they're going to be babysitting them on a regular basis, throw them a shower, help them out. This stuff's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some great ideas there. We've got to do something about all the glitter on this baby stuff. Yeah. There we go.
Baby, there we go.
We'll get all your links up to your socials on our website, chch.com/morninglive.